Alright, welcome back to the channel. So, today, there isn't a whole lot to do, so I figured I would try and make a pole jam. So I got some leftover coping that I had when I built my quarter pipe, and I think I want to try and make a pole jam today. Keen Ramps made like this backyard thing they found out of scrap and everything, and I think I can make something out of this piece of pipe, and I have some 1-inch I can make when I did my hole drilling for my coping. I'm going to do the same thing with this, and then we're going to cut the bottom off so it's flush with the ground so you can ride right up on it. Hopefully it's not too mellow. I kind of want it to be gnarly, but I don't know, it's a pretty short piece of pipe, so either way it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I've got a ton of scrap wood here. I've got all this, I've got some over there, and I have all of this stuff back here. It's heavy. So I have a bunch of plywood, got some 2x4s left, some scrap wood here. So I think I can come up with something to try and get this thing to stand up. I have an idea what I want to do. I'm going to take, so I have this scribed out already for my angle. I'm going to try that first and see how good of an angle that is. And then I will drill a couple holes like I did with my coping. And I have some bolts over here in a bag. Don't mind my garage, it's a mess. Bolts. I don't know why I only have 3, but I should have more than that. This is a mess. Don't mind any of that. So I got my bolts. So those will go through on the bottom, and I will get my 1-inch, and then I can build off from that piece of 1-inch. Which is this right here, and yeah, we will try and build a pole jam because all my buddies have told me to build one for us so we can bring it to the streets or whatever, and I have yet to build one. I found my other bolt. Woo! And I got my washers because those are going to be important. I'm going to need those. So, all right. Let's see if we can't cut this pipe first. I got my grinder. I'm going to get the grinder and try and cut this angle. And yeah, let's see how that turns out. Also, safety first. Definitely gonna wear your safety glasses when you're doing something like this. Alright, so we've got this cut. We'll see how much of an angle it is. I gotta stitch it down real quick. That's not a crazy angle. But I think it'll be pretty good for just a little pole jam. That'll be pretty fun. I probably should have explained to you how I got the angle of this. All I did was take a couple pieces of 2x4 and I put them on the side of the pipe and just scribe the angle. So I'll show you. So what I did was I took the pipe, kind of eyeballed where I wanted the angle of it, and I set it on the ground, and then I just took, this was technically like up this high before I cut it, and then I just took two pieces of 2x4 like this, just drew a line on each side, and I followed it over together, and then I just cut the angle of the lines with my grinder, and it actually is pretty solid. So like it sets nice like that, and then once I build the little A-frame thing I gotta build here, it'll actually set pretty solid on the ground. So all the weight will support when I come up on my skateboard. The weight will be supported on the pipe itself, and then times I get halfway up anyways, I'm already floating, so it'll be pretty sturdy. So now what I need to do is I need to figure out on this side where to drill my holes, and I gotta drill them pretty exact, so that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, we've got our pipe, we have it set here. I need to drill a couple holes perfectly 180 from the top. I also need my piece of 1x here cut to length, but I don't want to cut it all the way. I want to cut it so it will meet the bottom of the pipe here to top, and I don't want it to like hit the ground, otherwise this thing will be up in the air. So we don't want that. So what we will do is I will take the same size as a 2x4 here. It's 1x2. Take this, because this is going to be flipped up. Oh, this isn't going to work. What I'll do is I'll mark the pipe here. I've got this measured out here, so I'll measure from here to here, transfer it over onto my 1x, and that should be exactly what I need for length. So I need from here to there. So I'll start my piece of wood here, and then we'll just mark the piece of wood, and then I'll cut it with the chop saw over there, and that should be what I need for my bottom piece to start my support. Pretty good, like that. So that's what that'll look like. I'll bolt that to this. Okay. What I'll do now is I've got this pretty well straight. Hold this like this, and then this will be the bottom center. I'll have to drill a hole here. I'm sure right center is good. Got it marked. We'll go here and here, I guess. Drill a couple holes in here, and then I think I might just go through the holes, and so I'll just drill a hole, and then I'll put it back up and I'll mark where I need it on the pipe. That'll be the easiest way, so let's do that. So we need a drill bit, and we need to just figure out the width of that, which I've already used this. I know this drill bit works perfectly for this, so we're gonna go ahead and drill some holes. Okay, so I'm just free drilling this. Like, I'm making this quickly. I don't want to spend a ton of time building this. What you normally should do to get like a perfect hole through your piece of wood is mark each side, figure out your length on each side, mark it, make a line, drill halfway, and then flip it over, start on this side, drill the other half, and it will meet in the middle, and you can have a pretty well perfect hole through. This one, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm taking my time. I'm gonna just drill it straight through, and I'm pretty good. I've done this a few times. So, but if you haven't done this before, I would mark it, make a line, and flip it and drill it, because then it will meet in the middle. Even if it is a little off, it will meet in the middle. And then when you put your screw through, this drill is a little bigger than these, so it has a little wiggle room, but it fits tight if you do that too. So, yeah. Anyways. Pretty centered. May not be exact, but like I said before, it's gonna have a little wiggle room, and then when I drill my holes in my pipe, even if it is a little bit off, I can adjust it when I go to tighten it. So I'll do that, make this, and then when I make my legs for it, I can just make it flat. Wood. I'm gonna take my 2 bolts. Okay, so we'll just put some paint on these. Sure, there's plenty on there, so stick to the pipe. Okay, and then flip this over. Okay, so right about there actually worked. That was pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but this dot and that dot is where I need to drill. That's pretty centered, so we'll try that. Okay, so I got my holes drilled. They look pretty straight. I don't know, this one's a little off, but we'll try it. We'll see. Got my ABC washers. Just kidding, they're ACBs. Ah. 1 and 2. So we got our holes drilled. Whoa. That is my angle. Pretty neat. Then all I need to do is build a couple of feet for it. That's nice because that sets right on there. Wow, that was difficult, but I got it. Now that I have this fully mounted, we can build our legs. So what I was thinking we can kind of, I could notch this. Cut that there. Do one here. Boom. Notch that out, and then that will set into this one. It'll set back a little bit, and then that should be really all I need to do. So we got it notched out pretty good. I think this is gonna work. It's a pretty good angle. So we're just gonna run with that, I think. Sets down in pretty good. I can just kitty corner a few screws in. I know it's not gonna be the strongest thing in the world. I could just like do a triangular thing here, which I might do, but I think for as big as this thing is, it's not gonna be too bad. So yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I highly doubt that's gonna go anywhere. 9.5 inches tall. State trooper. Alright, let's try it out. Ground's drying up out there enough, so might as well give her a go.
Pound it, brother.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.